So one of the things you may be looking for watching this video is what's the magic key, what's the answer? And what Liz and I have discovered, having done this work for a good 10 years or so, and Wiseweight's been up and running for 7 years, is that actually for a lot of people there is no quick fix. You've spent a long time getting into these eating habits, and so it can take quite a while to unpick them again. And often people come and have asked us about what's the magic diet and what's the diet this time that's going to work. And so we actually don't really believe in diets. We actually, and I screw my face up a bit because if you're watching this and you've counted every calorie and know the calorie intake of everything, you'll be doing better than I, because I don't know those things. But what we do know is that taking time, looking after ourselves, learning some of the tools and techniques rather than setting up a diet. And you were going to say about those voices in our heads, Liz.
I was, so it's so easy. I'm sure lots of you will be familiar with this. You know, someone offers you a piece of cake and inside your head there are just two voices. One's going, you shouldn't have that, you can't have that, that's got 400 calories in, you can't possibly have that. You're on your diet, don't do it. And then the other part of you, before you know it's taken over and gone, I'm having that, I want it. And before this bossy bit of you that's saying you can't have it is woken up, it's already gone. And what we do is we become aware of both those voices, and we also become aware of a middle voice that's somewhere in the middle, that's not telling you off and not kind of saying I want it, but kind of having a more reflective way of looking at what's going on. Because so often everything becomes very all or very nothing. I'm either on the diet, I'm either off the diet. It's a good food, it's a bad food, I've had a good day, I've had a bad day. And we kind of cut through all that really.
And I was thinking some of the feedback we get from the people that have completed our course is that actually, even if I've eaten something I wished I hadn't later, or even if I've overeaten more than I wanted to, actually I just don't give myself a hard time now. And I think once people have stopped that, I always call it like self-berating really, it's that once you've stopped doing that, it can make such a difference. It's like, okay, I overate on Wednesday, I can do what I want on Thursday, I can eat healthily again, I don't have to make it a bad week. And it's so easy for people to get caught into that, a bad minute becomes a bad day, becomes a bad week, and that just sets our mood down and doesn't help anything, and of course impacts on our eating.
And we're so familiar with people on the course telling us that they've been really strict and good, and then they eat something and then they think, oh well, the diet's over for today. And so then they eat everything. They might go out and get some more things, but they just kind of clear the cupboard, go and buy some stuff, because actually they've got to get it all eaten up because tomorrow the diet starts again. And they get caught in a pattern of absolute denial, and then it goes, and then they just eat everything in sight, and then they've got that feeling they need to clear it all out again before they go. So we just kind of cut through some of that really, to just, as you say, if you've slipped up or done something that you've eaten a bit more than you wanted, it doesn't mean the diet's all off, it just means you've eaten one thing that you wish you hadn't. So it's a very different approach, but it seems to really work.
Yeah.